We talked to the Sphinx. We asked if she's alive. She says she was once, and that her mind is gone. Pretty much that she's slowly forgetting while she was here. But she was jailing Margot, the old one, and we find a symbol that has like the wands over the antlers that are and the wings, and that everyone made fun of me for trying to draw them. And there was a short rest, and then we did. Tana found out that her Spellguard shield is a Spellguard shield, and she attuned to it. And then we continued down. Finding more and more building heat, and then there's a big old go into the room with big old tree stump, and there were some demons in there, and we killed them.
That was
Someone else can get the inspiration too.
42 seconds, I'm afraid.
No,
I literally sent a picture of when it turned to 30 seconds.
No, you're lying.
Literally not.
This is 30 seconds right there.
Yeah, and that was sent like 10 minutes ago.
No, it wasn't. Fucking liar.
I sent you a picture of when it turned 30 seconds.
And I did it.
Okay.
You said it just now.
Okay. Someone else have an inspiration before I get a cluster headache.
Jade can have the other inspiration.
Sweet.
I like this scene. This is going to be an entertaining scene.
Okay, so you are in room 2.3 currently, just having defeated 3 demons.
Yeah, Tanith had poured some water on the stump, and it had blossomed, and a big old staff came out of it.
That's
And we were
correct.
putting the staff on the statue, correct?
Yes,
I suggested it, but I think we were just going to check the room just to our south before we went up, I think.
Yeah.
Apologies, there's a cat standing on my iPad. Okay.
Inspiration to the cat.
Bunty can fuck right off. Right. Yes. Oh, I'm on the wrong bit.
I'm gonna claim like 2 of the seconds that I lost in that recap was because Kitty came in with a drink halfway through, and so I was like reaching, trying to grab it while trying to do that.
You also decided to bring up the fact that we mentioned your art, and there was a couple of odds that were unfortunately adding to the time.
Yeah.
I'm taking my bonus inspiration. None of you fuckers can take that away from me. I'm excited to use that if I... Shit, that's how he's got me.
Can I be stealthing and peeking into this room?
Yes.
I want to stealth and
stealth
peek
check.
with him. Can I give him... I'm gonna give myself guidance. It's probably
Yes,
the best
you probably need it more than I do.
Can
Oh,
you
hey, I
give
got an 18.
Corinne guidance?
Stealth and peek. Did they teach you that game at the monastery?
Stealth and peek.
Skeleton. I don't have disadvantage either, so that is a 21 from Tanith for
I love C's definition of sobered up.
I think she's had more drinks since.
Yeah.
So
I'm mocking you, C. But
I rolled a 10, so I got a 23.
Fuckeration, man!
Oh wait, we're stealthing?
I was just stealthing and peeking into this southern room to see.
Man, I love a good game of
Stealth and
stealth and
peek?
peek.
Let's all stealth and peek.
I'm
I got a-
stealthing and peeking with a veil.
25. 25 for stealth
Okay,
and
so
peek.
Liam's gonna get 27, presumably.
I was gonna just spend my time messing with the demon bodies.
Oh, okay. You can do
Batting
that.
them around.
Yeah.
Stop that, Fitz.
No, you let him do whatever he wants to, because
gonna-
at least he's not failing a stealth roll.
He's gonna,
Oh, there's no need for that, Ken.
I'm
he's gonna,
sorry, I'm
he's
sorry.
gonna
Low-hanging fruit,
semi-disembowel
that,
them.
Ken.
Sorry.
He's gonna semi-disembowel them and like leave them under the fridge for you.
Just
Carries
ram them
the
under the stump.
Aw, I
That's
think
what
we
this bitch
can't
likes to
find
do,
you.
isn't it? Isn't
That
what you-
means he loves us.
Isn't
Eat
that
your
what you
presents,
like to
son.
do, Bunty? You like to disembowel stuff, but leave it alive and then put it under the fridge for Rob to find, don't you, you stupid fucking bitch? I'm gonna kill you one day.
because he thinks we can't hunt. Or she thinks
Hey.
we can't hunt.
Hey, Rob. What's in 2.4?
You see what appears to be several kind of two-piece like carved, almost like shelves in the wall, like one above and one below, surrounding the walls, each of them holding a single sarcophagus made of stone. Around the outside, the center of the room is empty, though there are like carvings in the floor of a beautiful swirling pattern that has been sort of faded and brushed over with the ages.
So is that 2 coffins per wall, or 2 coffins in total in the room?
So there's about 2 coffins per square.
Per square, right.
Yeah. So they're like
Okay.
this.
So it's like a big mausoleum.
Is.
Are any of the coffins like
See,
labeled?
Yes, room.
You're not here.
I don't. Oh yeah.
34 coffins.
Hey Fitz, come and have a look at this really cool room.
Okay. Juicy desk room.
Enabled.
Does the pattern on the floor look like anything?
Not in
Familiar?
particular. It doesn't seem to have a purpose as much. It's more sort of filigree to make the room look kind of pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Are any of
Oh,
the
no,
coffins
my
labeled? Like
Make
here
an
lies
investigation
Todd.
check.
Well, now I can hear your popo.
17.
Loud
This one
bastard.
says Bunty on it.
I wish, but you're never gonna die, are you?
Don't say that.
You're gonna outlive
That's
me,
not-
aren't you?
I did roll a perception and that's 17 to read.
I wrote an investigation of 17 to read.
What languages do you speak?
Yes, if it was an investigation instead of perception.
Uh,
That's 11.
I have Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Undercommon for some reason.
Okay.
I have.
Tanith,
You
go
go?
ahead. Tanith has an 17, and she reads Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
I have Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, which I don't think other people have said, Draconic, Celestial, and Kent, technically. If they
Given that I have only spent but a few months on this earth, I only know Common and Elvish. That's
Okay.
it.
So Tanith and Lenore can read what the writing says, and each one has a name, a very simple name usually, like John or Arthur.
The names are in Celestial.
Correct. And
I have that language too.
oh, sorry, I missed that.
Okay, no problem.
Then you can read as
This
well.
looks like symbols, but he's pretty.
Um,
It's Celestial, Tanith says in her gruff Tanith voice. But he
Oh.
can't do right now.
I can't read that.
and it says Margot's faithful simply under each name.
Margot's faithful. I don't think we
Mon-
should disturb any of those.
Did you say Margot's faithful something something something?
Under
No.
each one.
Under
Oh, under each one.
So it's like a simple name,
Yeah.
and then Margot's Faithful. Written in Celestial.
That's strange that the Goddess would spell things in Celestial.
I mean, she was a god, and even if
It's
she
the
was a
language of the
bitch.
god.
That's a good point. I
It's
forget
just-
that God can be bad.
Yeah, just because she was a cunty, like, murder goddess doesn't make her less of a god.
Well, I can't remember what you were using to describe it to the Sphinx. Giant murder goddess, something similar to that. But are any of them disturbed? Opened?
not
Or are
that you
they
can see.
at
no.
rest?
I think we leave the deaths from alone. Nothing good happens from pissing off dead people.
Can I
I would
also ask,
agree with
does it... I know the room was faded and old. Do any of the coffins look new? Like they're burying recent cultists here? Or is this all like the original kind of cultists?
That's a great question. Why don't you give me In fact, what did you get on your investigation from before?
That's a question. My investigation is +9, and I think I rolled around a 10 or 11 or something, so probably near a 20 actually.
These coffins all look the same age, and they all look very, very old. Like the writing, for a lot of them, you can't make out, even though you know the language, because the letters are faded like an old church.
Okay. I think I agree. Though these obviously were deluded types. When their fight, we're not really. Our fight is not really with them. They passed on a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them to whatever reward they earned in the afterlife.
I think the less people we fight, the better.
That's also probably quite a good reason. I suppose we could do with one less room full of things trying to kill us. Can always desecrate them on the way out. He says with a smile, and then... are we going to try the staff?
I think that's a good idea.
Let's take care of that.
Okay. So you guys scurry back up to the top of the upper floor. And you go to room 1.4.
Sorry. That was a very loud snore. It was Sorry.
It's all good. You go to room 1.4, back to the ruined statue. And you see it like arms outstretched, kind of standing on this pedestal. The features are still like faded and kind of like slightly blurred. It's kind of like picturing someone whose face you can't remember. Like the whole thing is kind of, has been ruined by the ravages of time.
Are we putting the staff on the statue, or are we giving it to the Sphinx?
Do we pray to the ferny man?
No, I think it belongs with the statue.
Okay.
Is the statue not the ferny?
It is of the Ferny Man, as far as we can gather. But that
So is
description.
staff, if we were to, guess by it growing up out of a tree stump, that seems like a very burn things to do.
We do still think the statue looks vaguely Man of Furnish, right? Even if he doesn't have features, if they're worn from time.
It looks as how you'd imagine him, sure.
Okay.
Like an old wild man, twigs in his hair. He looks very druidic.
Right.
Tanith will lay the staff in his outstretched hand that looks like it should be holding something, but is empty.
As you kind of bring the staff towards him, there's this sound you begin to hear, very, very faint, just this sort of pulsing, like coming from sort of deep within the statue. And as you place the statue in his hand, there's this very subtle kind of flash, like the spark of a sword on a shield. And just this very subtle flash of like turquoise light in each of the palms that fades, and nothing else seems to happen.
Did we do it right?
Does the statue look any different?
Nope,
Her face doesn't start to remember itself.
not that you can see.
Maybe we leave it, give it a bit of time.
Is there a place for the emblem that we got from the Sphinx?
Not that you can see, no.
I would like to check for one, though.
Sure, give me an investigation check then.
And see what else this statue is missing.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a really bad roll. I'm gonna use my inspiration to make that better. Yeah, that's better. 21.
From what you can see, this statue doesn't seem as though there is anything missing from it.
I think this is relatively near the exit.
It is.
So perhaps
You're here.
if we give it some time, we can pass back this way, see if, it took time to heal itself or remember itself or something.
It is a statue of the Man of Ferns, so maybe it affects the real Man of Ferns, but is just not visible to us in the statue.
Maybe he's
I-
got his memories back now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I hope so. I feel
Tanith.
like we've been empowering him. This place of power to him.
Tanith is gonna sit and drop to her knees and pray for the silver wind to guide the Man of Ferns.
How long do you
this
pray
last
for?
piece- as long as it feels right.
Well, you don't sense any great change. So, however long Tanith would stay there with nothing happening.
Until the others tell her it's time to go.
Give her a minute or two.
Yeah.
Sure. And like as you drop into your knees, you are kind of feeling very heavily of fatigue. It's been a very long day and a half since you last slept. Well, probably not day and a half, probably day, but
No.
it's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
Do we want to find a place to rest? So that we're prepared for whatever comes next?
I mean, I don't know about you all, but I was maybe hoping to find out what was sneaking around that other larger room. Maybe we could finish off the level before going deeper.
Okay.
I mean, Tanith seems to still have a lot of celestial energies. Are you tapped?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Maybe we can stop that infernal snoring, then we could get some rest.
The fact that you're breathing is a bonus.
Sure. Um, Tanith, do you want to come down?
Yeah.
We were going to venture down.
Okay. And Tanith will basically get up from
Sure.
the middle of her prayer and follow the rest.
We did give you some time, just
Yeah.
however long. Maybe we could poke around the meeting room, that altar room, commencement chamber.
Yeah, like 2.9, you mean? The big sort of audience chamber?
Yeah, it's kind of gone a bit fuzzy on the stream, but yes, that bottom
Sure.
left corner.
Yeah.
2 point. It looks like a 9.
Yes.
I don't know.
2.9.
Yeah. So I imagine you guys are continuing to be sneaky.
Ideally, do you want
Yeah.
more sneaks?
I will take more sneaks from you all, please.
Please do not fudge this sneak. That's not an idea. 20.
Ooh! That is the second time I've gotten really high on my guidance, and that was a really high roll. That is 22 plus, thank you, love. 24 altogether.
Nice.
Got a 19.
I rolled a 4, so that's 17.
Thank goodness for reliable talent, am I right?
It's not even reliable. I'm not high enough level, I think.
Oh, no.
I have plus 13 to stealth already.
Fucking
So,
rogue, man.
Fucking
Yeah.
rogues.
fucking rogues.
Mm.
All right. So you all seem to be stealthed up as you slide through room 2.2. I'll just take a perception check actually.
but I'm better at those.
Ooh, I'm not. 14.
23.
I also got 23.
Yay!
23 club. Woo!
High five.
Natural one.
Okay. The 23 club. You guys continue
Oh, that's
to
not a
hear
good club.
the sort of shuffling, moving of something large in this room, kind of coming from this direction. You don't hear really anything else down here for the moment, but you do also hear like a very faint, like breathing noise coming from up here, just north of 2.2.
Big shuffling sounds over there. Quiet breathing over there.
I mean, I heard the shuffling before, but I didn't hear the breathing before. He's going to speaking like quietly, but I didn't hear the breathing before, but I didn't particularly look up there. Do we want to investigate breathing right this moment, or?
Yeah, I'd rather.
Very
It's
well.
a cultist. I wouldn't want that on our back if we're fighting something
That's shuffling.
shuffling. Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a good plan.
Okay.
Stealths?
Well,
Yeah.
you guys rolled all well enough on stealth,
Okay.
so you're considered stealth for the remainder of this floor until
Okay.
you do something loud. So you kind of sneak around this corner into the small room, and Aval, you kind of immediately recognize this room, even though you've not been here before. It reminds you very much of the room in 2.7. The manacles attached to the wall, chains binding the wrists, forcing the captive onto their knees. But instead of seeing a skeleton this time, there is a man alive, but entirely naked, kneeling here. He is kind of very immediately strikes you like very well muscled, very toned. Looks like someone who's spent their life fighting. He's covered in scars, particularly his chest and his back and his wrists. And actually, looking at the left wrist, it is missing the hand of his left wrist, and the chain has kind of been bound with some rope and stuff to tie up his severed limb. His body looks beaten and bruised, his face is smashed in and bloody, and he kind of looks up as you approach with a whimper and tries to kind of shuffle backwards away from you, but he can't.
Yeah, Tanith is going to immediately come forward and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You see like a lot of the bruising and swelling in his face begin to fade, and he kind of like shudders and his eyelids flutter in relief and pleasure as the kind of feeling of warmth runs through him. So like some of the bruises around his chest and stuff fade as well.
That's 15 all up. BT dubs.
Okay.
Damn! Like 2 peasants worth.
I
Oh
know.
wait, I rolled too many d8s. Fine, it was a second level because I rolled in it like an idiot.
Okay. I mean, I
Second-
wasn't criticizing or anything. I was just like,
No, I
That's a lot.
realized. Yeah, it should have been 1d8, but I rolled 2. So instead of retconning that, I'm just gonna upcast it.
That
just commit.
seems very
Commit to it.
on brand.
I'm
for
committing
Tanith.
to it on brand.
Ava look up, like at him shuffling back, basically as Tanith is going to tend to him, and is like, "Oh, my friend, your torture is at an end. Your nightmare is at an end. We are not those people."
We are here to help.
Who are you?
No, we were sent to stop them.
My name is Fitzburg.
Who
Hi,
are you?
I am Arvid. I'm from Ogorath. And he kind of like tries to sort of look at you, Tanith, like as you're the closest one. Like tries to make his eyes focus, but you can tell he's like, there's no energy left in him. And he says, "Who are you?"
Tanith.
I sent here from Kerala. You familiar?
I've heard of it.
We're not with all of this. And he kind of like shakes his hand around it. Presuming you aren't either?
Can you get him out of the chains?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to start lockpicking the chains, but I just wanted to hear his reply first.
He shakes his head. I was captured.
Whereabouts was that? And I'll make a lockpick attempt or something. Presuming there's locks?
Yeah,
There's
there's
manacles
locks.
or...
Yeah.
Okay.
With guidance as you come close, Tanith will lay a hand on your shoulder.
Oh no. She's turned into the barmaid.
I'm Legolas from Cornwall.
Don't you turn a guidance gift in the mouth, you never what.
21 for the thief.
Yeah, you pop one of the manacles open, his arm like falls and he kind of collapses forward, like almost like tackling Tanith. Like there's no energy and he just kind of like swings, like his severed arm still like bound by rope and chain. The other one just kind of hanging limply above him is his body.
Yeah.
I wanna...
She holds him up while Abel gets the other.
Yeah.
I was
I would be asking, like, where were you from? Why did you get captured?
from Breck. And she would know is the capital city of Ogorath. He says, I was captured in raid. I've only been there a night.
Folks on the street?
I don't really remember, to be honest.
Does the severed limb look fresh, or is it an old wound that he's had for a while?
Looks maybe a week old. And not
So before
particularly
he was...
well cared for.
So not...
It's pretty fresh, yeah.
Do we think that cultists did it, or is it something that happened before he got captured? Is he said a day?
He's unsure.
He's only been there a day, but he's unsure. He's unsure when they got
He'd
took him.
only been in raid
Okay,
a day when he was captured.
I see, I misunderstood
But he doesn't know time. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not
Okay.
sure exactly how long he's been here, but he knows it's been several days. So, yes. And if you ask, he'll tell you yes. The cultist did that to him.
Tanith has had her buttons pushed.
He kind of like looks up at you all, and he says, well, why did you come here?"
We're here to help.
Sorry, I missed that.
We're here to help.
This is kind of what we do.
We heard about the people going missing in raid, and that it was probably a cult.
He nods. There's... Well, I don't think I was the first one, but...
Nope.
Did they say anything to you?
Just kept telling me I was lucky. And that I was going to be part of something much bigger than just me. He shudders.
Are you a fighter?
Looks down at his severed hand.
Are
Once
you a fighter?
I was once a Runir.
Oh, what, sorry?
He said a Runir. I'll let any of you make me history checks.
I won't know what to roll anyway.
Ooh, That wasn't too bad. That was 15 plus 5. What the fuck? Apparently, I'm proficient in history.
I got a
Oh, no,
19.
you're up in the silver thing. I was a
I
silver.
mean,
That's
yeah,
not what it's called.
no, it makes total sense. But I was surprised because I have forgotten.
I got 12.
Okay, well, Tanith, you would definitely know. And I think, Fitz, you got a 19, was that? I heard?
No,
I
that
got
was
an
Lenore.
Oh,
Well, I got an 8.
I guess there's a
That's
book
not at all.
in the library at the Sanctum that you both read. Basically,
There was once a buddy of the Silver Winds prophet that was a Runir or something.
they are basically they're kind of like very famous elite warriors from Ogorath. Generally, like have a little bit of magic, a little bit of fighting, quite similar to Barakados for the Sag folks. Although these guys, rather than being like abused and tortured into becoming the best, they are just kind of Vikinged into being the best, I guess.
So more Rune Knight than Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, they are in fact rune knights as per D&D, and they basically often are like hired by ships, like and merchant ships and stuff, to just kind of be security against any pirates that attack, because they're pretty much, you know, one man army type dealios. So, like this guy, you know, in his heyday would have been an incredible asset to you all, but.
How old is he? Is he like, grizzled old guy, or is he a younger guy that,
He looks
30s,
like
40s, or
mid to late 20s.
so quite young? So he would have, maybe been at the start of his career before
Yeah.
losing his hand. And then-
Maybe changes,
well, I
changes
mean-
one of his life, probably.
Runir definitely don't have long careers.
Sure.
Kind of like, you know, when they're 40, they're considered old.
Yeah,
but
but we're the
also-
old man in a young man's profession.
Yeah, exactly. And he also, like, they start very young as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they're not considered, you know, adults until they've, you know, tasted blood, all that kind of dramatic stuff. So,
Sure.
you know, he's kind of, you know, middle-aged for someone in his profession. Not near retirement, but not near the start of his career either. You know, some experience.
We have to keep going further in. Will you be all right?
Do you have anything to eat?
You
Ew.
too, yeah.
You can see like
Wasn't
those
that-
ribs poking through. This guy hasn't eaten in ages, days at least.
There was a supply room upstairs, right? That had some supplies. We have something now, obviously, to feed him now.
Yeah.
We can maybe help him up to the supply room.
Yeah, Tanith will feed him some of her rations that she's got, and probably her cloak because we're inside, so we don't necessarily need it.
Yeah, he will take it gratefully.
What's your favorite flavor?
Honey. He shrugs.
Fitz pulls a vial from his jacket, gives it a shake, casts prestidigitation on it to make it taste like honey, and hands it to him. Drink that; it'll make you feel good.
Kind of gives you a weird look, like noticing you're a cat for the first time, but guess he chalks it up to the hunger and just drinks it. And he kind of gives you a nod of thanks, Fitz. I thought I was going to die in here.
Well, as long as we don't die whenever we go further in, we can give you an escort back to town.
Thank you.
I would suggest running now, but it's a bit cold, so that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, no, wait for us. If we don't come back in a day, then try and go yourself. But there's supplies to level up.
That made me laugh how macabre that was. But if we don't die, you won't.
I mean,
I would
We don't-
suggest if you're a praying man, you pray.
um,
let us help you up, friend, and we'll get you
Kind of
some supplies. But
hobbles up, like his legs are all skinned and sore, you know, from
Mhm.
kneeling, and says, "If you let me rest a while, I can help."
What
All
can
right.
you do, David?
Do
Well,
suppose we can go up and take a bit of a rest. I've got a spare shield for you. Does anyone have like a spare weapon?
I can hand you a dagger.
I was maybe we poke around while he rests up. Just finish off.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can find the cultists upstairs. They had scimitars, right?
The snake demons had scimitar or had some sort wicked long swords. I took them, but I think the cultists, one or two had swords,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the rest had daggers or
there's
something.
definitely spare weapons.
I've also
Yeah.
just realised I have a jar of pudding. I could have.
Well, Tana has like her spare shield from before, since she's got like this new fancy one.
I was going to say there are actually some clothes upstairs.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
You so maybe we could get you clothed and fed, and you rest a little, and we'll just finish off down here a little, and then I'm sure you're willing to take the fight to them, but don't feel it is your responsibility.
I will not wear their robes, he says.
Oh no, there are actual clothes upstairs.
He nods
From-
gratefully.
From
He
the other people that they took. If
Yes,
I mean that's a bit.
potentially yours as
I mean,
well.
they might be his.
Yeah, your stuff might be up there. Maybe we could go look.
Thank you. And yes, I will take the fight to them, as you say. You
Is-
see, like, his jaw kind of sets, like,
Yes, I'm sure I noticed that. Like, it is not your responsibility anymore.
Tanith is going
Nope.
to nod in understanding and approval.
I mean, can you fight? Are you capable of fighting?
you see, like, maybe a glimmer of the man he once was shine through as he raises an eyebrow at you.
I mean, I know that you're. I just.
I can fight.
Oh,
Did he seem
okay.
pretty confident? This is a really stupid question. Did he seem really confident when he took the vial and drank it? Like as if he was using his dominant hand?
Yeah. You think
Oh,
he's
okay.
right-handed. Although, you know, he's a bit shaky still. And there's, like,
Yeah,
I forgot
but
to
we figure
mention,
he's right.
he's like,
My other plan was to toss him my dagger and see which hand he caught it with. But I realized
Well,
that could
he's not
probably go wrong, so let's
he's
maybe
not going to
hang
catch
straight
it
to
with
the
the
vial.
stump, even if that was his dominant hand, Liam.
Oh, I thought it was just kind of cut. I didn't realize it was cut all the way. I do
No,
apologize.
he's missing a hand.
Do apologize.
Just fucking
Yeah,
hurl
he
it down.
said severed limb a couple of times.
That's on me. That's on me misinterpreting.
No worries,
Apologies.
no worries.
Although now I do kind of like the idea of me throwing a dagger and him just like sticking it onto the stump, so he just has a stab hand.
You've been watching too much Adventure Time, Liam.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched
Um,
any Adventure Time.
What?
Nope.
Liam, it's like Liam Christie the show, dude. Like, am I
Don't
wrong?
talk.
You
on
would enjoy
YouTube.
it.
Dude,
I'm trying to find.
it's all on Sky right now. Watch it. Although why my parents continue to pay for Sky, I don't know. Anyway,
We help him up, and we
Yes.
help him
Yes.
upstairs. Do the things
and he
and
is
the
Well,
places.
established he can fight.
He is
Tanith
seems
is
pretty confident.
like,
he can fight.
half carrying him, I'm sure.
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is he is pretty covered in like faint blue tattoos, like in his shoulder, across his shoulders and like upper arms, and like kind of parts of his chest as well, like lots of kind of Viking-y swirls, Vegviziers, runes, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Interesting
carry on. Sorry.
patterns you have here.
He nods. I imagine like his kind of severed arm, like around Tanith. They are. They're from my home. I owned them all, so They mean a lot to me.
But these are in remembrance of the people that you grew up with? Family and friends and the village?
Some are. He like reaches across like above his heart. You can see like the sort of triskelion pattern, surrounded
It's
by
the
like
heart that
various
says
other
Mon in the
runes.
middle of an arrow through.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of taps that with two fingers. Like, you know, his fingernails are all like snapped and broken and bloody, and he says, "Some are, and some are in remembrance of foes I've defeated," and points to another one. "Foes who have defeated me," points to another one.
So your whole story is painted on your body.
For the most part, yes.
Fitz finds that incredibly interesting.
So you can tell because he randomly starts pumping bellows. Think you're getting
He
a
sounds
call,
like
Liam.
he's getting excited about something in his sleep over there. Poor boy.
Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
what-
get an elbow drop in a minute.
Maple snores too. I don't want you to feel bad. She snores so bad.
Malcolm doesn't snore, but he breathes with a view to get attention, particularly when he's pretending to sleep. He's like, and then you start stroking
like-
him, and then he's happy.
He's like a needy partner.
He literally is.
Like Maple will also sigh for attention. Like she'll jump up on the bed behind you, like lay down and just. And if you
Malcolm,
don't look at her, a couple of seconds later, she'll go again.
Malcolm's also learned how to look cute, so he does what we call neat sitting when he wants something, where he'll like
Yes.
sit like with his legs together, like very like upright. And then also, if he wants something and he's lying down, he'll put his two paws together and then rest his chin on his paws and look up at you like, "Please, can I have some of your lasagna?"
Yeah, like whenever Maple's in trouble, she slouches whenever she sits, but the rest of the time she does the neat sitting where like her two front paws are together,
Mm-hmm.
and she just sits up super straight.
We don't deserve dogs.
No. Maple's an angel.
You guys head
Anyway.
up and find Arvid some clothes.
Mhm.
And yeah, he is beaten and broken, and I imagine you like bandage up, you know, his like fingers and you know some of the other wounds that the magical healing didn't get to. That kind of help him out. But yeah, he is content to kind of sit and wait while you guys go down, as long as you as long as you don't do too much fighting without him.
Sure. I was hoping just to see the end of that entrance chamber type thing, or the whatever it was, audience chamber,
Audience chamber, yeah.
before the shuffle.
Tanitha's gonna leave her old shield with him.
Okay.
Just
He seems
Fitz will leave one of his old daggers.
grateful. So yeah, as you guys head down to the next room, oh, that's a whole other room. You do see there's a doorway in the south, and yeah, this room, as I sort of explained before, is like this huge audience chamber, like with several kind of seating, a large like pulpit at the front, like up kind of this side, and there's like a few kind of seats and pew kind of things, and then all along the walls and like across the floor and even the ceiling are like depictions of Margot, this like great kind of spiked headdress she wears, like leading armies, defeating giants, all manner of sort of violent acts depicted in like red and black paint with like splashes of white for sort of contrast.
Does it look like they've touched this place up since they've been here? Or is it faded and old?
It's cleaned. You can tell, like, you know, it's not dusty like a lot of the other places. but it is, the images haven't been like redone.
Right. Okay.
Do we think
Based
this is
on-
the place mentioned in the journal?
Possibly.
I think we had similar questions. Well, because I'm just trying to get a sense of like whether or not we've come to the place because he basically got to a door and got stopped, right?
Mhm.
Are we able to get like any kind of sense based on the murals that maybe we may be nearing that, or we've got quite a ways to go?
You don't see any murals depicting doors and that sort of thing. You think this place was kind of erected for Margot before she was sealed in here, if that makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
you know, they put her back in her own box rather than built a box to put her in.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't think we've reached the gateway yet.
Mm.
Are we going to go up and face off against the Snuffleupagus, or continue
Well,
on this new
The
path?
door to the south.
South and the west, it looks like.
Mhm.
Southwest and up are options now. Southeast and up. I keep
Yeah.
the compass now.
I don't think I
Let's do it.
described it, but yeah, you can see there's a door to the
What is
west.
west? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Do
You
it.
made me like second guess myself, and I was like, really? Do I
I
not
was doing
know
that
my
all
directions?
yesterday when we were on the island. I kept going north, south, east, west, and I
Mm.
I didn't do it there, and I was wrong. I did it the wrong way.
Never eat
Let's-
shredded wheat, Liam.
I
Let's
don't.
do a little sneaky peek down in the south.
Okay,
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Sneakers peekers.
you head. You break down.
It made me think of a particular Monty Python joke that I'm sure we all know.
Indeed.
Yes.
You head south and find what appears to be the stairs down. However, there is like a grating over them. There's like a heavy iron grate that you're not sure if it was sealed before, but is currently lying like partially open and able to be like pushed aside.
Don't think we're quite ready to go further down.
Are there like footsteps in the dust and things? Like this is.
Yeah, this is a
It's
well
moved to one
traveled.
side, like the cultists have been going down here.
Yeah, this is a well traveled area for sure.
Right. No, perhaps we should check the rest of the place out. Is it going to be particularly noisy if we like put the grate back in place again, so people would struggle to get out, up and out?
It is like very old, but it appears to have been like recently greased, so it does move relatively quietly.
Okay. I just wondered if it was worth, perhaps until we're ready, putting the grate back in place. Maybe putting something heavy over the grate.
Bees,
And we could maybe bees.
many bees.
I do have the jar of pudding.
I was thinking maybe something heavier than a jar of pudding, but then we could get a good rest after we've checked the rest of it out. Yes? No? Thoughts?
Bees.
Oh, we can use the bodies of the demons. I can go get them.
I had actually had the same thought, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I guess that works.
I will go get them. And Fitz goes and sneakily goes to grab the bodies of 2 demons because he can't carry 3 because that's just obscene.
Sure. I mean, we can split into parties of moving the grate and moving the bodies, but maybe just weighing it down might give us a little bit of respite, or at least they might be very noisy if they have to come back up again, and we would be awoken.
A good plan. I like this plan.
Thank you. Wait, we do said plan?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. You do said plan. You're able to put the bodies of the Abishai across the grate, and yeah, do so silently, not seemingly disturbing anything else in this building.
A little bodybuilder on top of the grid.
Bodybuilder.
A little bodybuilder.
Right. We want to check momentarily west before going to the Schnuffleupagus.
We don't hear anything to the west, do we?
Not currently, no.
Let's go.
Sneaky sneak.
God, this could be sleeping.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneak.
I think I hear them snoring.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, continuing this way, you enter a long corridor that ends in a T-junction. Let's not do that. You can see there's a path leading north and south. The south path opens up into a very large room, whereas the north path keeps going up in another corridor.
Since we're looking into that large room, let's look in that first, I think.
Sure thing. So, peering inside, this room is huge, and the smell of decay immediately hits your nostrils. You are staring into possibly one of the worst things any of you have ever seen. Near the back of the room are ancient bones and skeletons and dust. Maybe a few rags here and there. And gradually moving closer to the front of the room are bodies in less and less further decay, until right at the front there are several bodies which could have been killed only yesterday, lying there mostly naked, corpses, and beyond them you see decayed corpses, and beyond them you see further decayed corpses with pieces of bone showing and the flesh turning that sort of purple jerky colour.
Is that like a rough estimate of how many people are in this room? Like
Hundreds.
50? 100?
Thousands, maybe.
Thousands? Like, are they
Potentially.
packed? Like piles?
Yeah. Like
Like
it is.
like a dragon's treasure hoard, but of corpses.
This is, some of these bones are like yellow and brown and ancient. They could be hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Wow.
I kind of think of it like the catacombs of Paris, where the walls are made of bone. I just you look and you see skulls.
A nursery.
Yeah, Kenneth is just gonna start praying.
And then they get kind of not younger, fresher.
Pressure.
As,
Oh.
as they get closer to the corridor, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people.
Not a lot of cats though, Fitz.
I'd
It's just
hesitate
body.
to call them people anymore.
As ever, people. That's a lot of families who's lost somebody very, very important. Fitz suddenly becomes very introspective.
Tanith is continuing to pray.
I conflicted between, I don't know, burning all of this and I don't know, tracking down some of the families and returning some of these closest to us to those who are closest to them. Neither of which I think we should do right now.
No, it's not something we could feasibly do Until we're done with this place.
Agreed.
Reminds me a bit of that cavern we had to cross.
Oh. Yes, I suppose it does. Haven't thought about that place in a while.
With all the oil.
Yes. And the grasping hands. That was a good day to miss, Fitz. And he'll like clap him on the shoulder and then maybe
What?
tear himself away from the corpses.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
It was a dark day. You wouldn't have enjoyed it.
No, probably not.
I don't think he was like Liam. I don't think Liam was here.
No, I was.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure if he was in the
Grasping
corpse
hands
cover.
and what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
Fitz-
wasn't entirely sure, but I was just saying Fitz probably wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We didn't really enjoy it, but
Fitz is very in his own head at the second. So we keep going.
To the north.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Cool if we take a quick 5 before continuing north.
of course.
Seems like
Oh, Dylan, now you decide to stop snoring, you bastard.
I mean, don't jinx it. He'll start snoring again as soon as we start.
Oh, he looks so peaceful though. There we go, man. Hey, BRB.
mumble, mumble, sleepy, sleepy.
We're getting to the room with the Schnuffleupagus. Well, and then maybe we could stop before combat. I guess maybe.
Sure, I feel guilty because all our sessions are so short at the moment, but I just like.
It's fine. I think no
slowly
one.
doing-
But we had lots of chats and stuff. I think it's what people need. Just a chill evening of crawling around a corpse-filled dungeon.
Yeah, I had a real like mental block a couple of weeks ago when I was coming up with this stuff. I was like, fuck it, like I don't know what else to put in here, and then I was like, oh yeah,
Corpses.
corpses. I'm just gonna send a message on how you spell that if anyone wants to take notes.
How to spell Cheopses? Cheopses, yes.
Genuinely, without getting too sappy, there are very few humans that I could send a message like that to and get a positive reaction out of them. And that's why your people are among my favorites.
We are your favourites, damn it.
Because Cheopses.
Cheopses. Ghost hunting and Cheops finding.
I'm getting pretty low-key hyped for sci-fi things coming up as well.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a fun time. Because like originally I wasn't really in the sci-fi mood, and then like I started thinking about the fact that I've got like 2 months, and I have to like figure out, you know, like, okay, what's the, you know, galaxy like 2 months after the fallout from this, and I'm like, ooh, and now
I mean,
now
I was vaguely tempted to take them all back to the farm and introduce them to my parents, because it probably would be a pretty good place to hide out on some backwater farm. But also, I don't really feel like endangering my family.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm most interested about where we get settled them down, really. If you want to throw in like an illegal spaceship race somewhere, then I'm up for that too.
Now I want to do that in session.
Okay. Fair enough.
I want to see it was in Space Race.
Space race.
Cunty, stop being a bitch. Can you get off my shoulder? You're so cute and yet so evil.
I know.
Stop trying to put your head in my mouth. She keeps doing that. She likes.
I mean-
she likes my stubble, the stubble on my chin,
Oh yeah.
and she likes just like trying to force her head between my lips. And she likes nuzzling my nose.
She thinks that you're a fellow cat and you should groom her.
Correct. She also sees me like using my keyboard and then gets very offended and then tries to lie on it. And so I've got thousands of screenshots on my hard drive that are just a result of her lying on the fucking screenshot button.
She's just like, no, this mechanical keyboard is too loud. No.
And I've only got red switches, so it's not even that loud. I am thinking
She's
of
all like,
getting a new-
I'm trying to sleep. Shut up. And she just lays on it.
No, she's more like, you're touching this instead of me.
I have blue switches on my little keyboard. They're cool.
Yeah, and that's why I can hear them when you're typing, even without the microphone on.
Now that's an exaggeration. You can't hear it if I'm muted, you big liar.
I was implying I could hear it all the way in Guernsey.
Big liar.
I discovered where Guernsey actually was on the map the other day.
It's near France.
I don't know why I, for some reason, hadn't put that together.
Considering I live on La Rouette.
La Mange. Not La Mange. La... Fuck, I forgot it.
Le
A
Mans.
bibliothèque?
No,
Bumblebees?
Donde est la bibliothèque?
where
How's the PC?
Is that what? La Mange? No, because La Mange is eat. But is it La Mange?
Was ist dein Lieblingsfach? Mein Lieblingsfach ist Naturwissenschaft.
It is La Mange, I was right.
Anyway, you go north.
Donde está esa biblioteca?
That was the tiredest Spanish I think I've ever heard. I have never heard such tired Spanish.
Auntie, get off the iPad.
So, right, she has no response.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay, maybe C won't make it.
Percy.
You continue north and find another passageway to the west, which again is another of those imprisonment kind of corridor rooms. They're very small, and this one has two skeletons chained up opposite one another, forced to look at each other until they died. This room, though, as you're kind of heading north up here, you're beginning to feel like a rising heat. As though, like, but it seems like in the floor mostly, like, the area you're standing over is really hot.
There's nothing in the corpses that are worth, like, did it look like they were chained up buck naked like everyone else?
Yeah.
They're forced to look at each other.
I mean, they were just opposite each other, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. This could
Let's keep
be
going.
problematic. This heated floor.
It could be.
Okay.
We're still hearing like the big shuffling sounds in there.
The shoveling sounds are back here. Back here. They're coming from. So, and you're up here, so you're not hearing them as much. And as you kind of continue heading up, there's a room kind of straight to the north of you, and you can hear movement in here as the heat continues to grow. You can hear what sounds like a couple of creatures moving, and as you kind of peer in, still using your stealth check from before, you see this room's pretty open and wide, and appears to be like full of these like kind of elongated bird cages, kind of like in sort of gothic horror stuff when you have like a cage from a castle to put people in, where it's like, oh, excuse me, it's you know, those cages kind of shaped like bullets, like a bird cage, but elongated for a person. This room's like full of those, some with skeletons and some without, and like moving among these like piles of corpses and cages, you see these two very large creatures, like each of which like seem to be formed of the very bones they are kind of guarding and protecting. Like these very sort of intensely sort of yellow and bony, devilish looking creatures, these like large kind of insectoid wings, and these wicked looking claws covering their bodies, like spines covering their bodies. So.
Bone Devil.
Do I recognize these creatures from the stories I have heard?
Potential. Give me a history.
Do we all roll a potential dice?
Ugh. That is 9 potential.
What are we using to modify our potential?
History or Arcana. In fact, Arcana.
I assume that it's still a 9.
I actually got an 8 potential.
Anyone else?
Sure.
5 potential.
Natural 1.
Wow.
We got no potential.
The highest roll was a fucking 9.
Fresh
no,
out
you've got
potential.
no idea what these things are.
I have no idea what these things are.
I rolled a natural 1. I'm not even sure where we are right now.
That doesn't bode well.
How can you not know? There's like, the name is written right above the map.
I can't see the map. I'm Tanith.
No, you're not. You're.
We started an Egoloff biff, and now we're an Egoloff baff.
Next is Egloff Boff.
Actually, I think next is Egoloff Beth, technically.
What about Buff?
That's where I live,
Boff.
baby.
That's the the boss's final form.
How you doing, baby?
Oh no,
Egoloff Boff.
not off.
Oh no, you're transported to a lush island of foliage and weird ogres. We just wanted to be friends.
So, kill the demons?
Kill the demons, kill the demons.
Yeah, I think murder's on my mind.
I've got murder on my mind.
I knew it sounded like a song. I just didn't know.
I had a similar thing of like, that's a song somewhere. Dennis? Murder?
Yeah, I'm down to murder.
Oh boy.
Are we stopping before murder?
That's up to you guys. Would you like to murder and then stop, or stop then murder?
Just, I don't mind, but people sound tired or checked out to an extent.
I am both of those things, but I'm happy to do a murder if people want. I mean, run.
I can murder if you guys want to.
Okay, we'll murder.
But do you want to? See.
I'll have to get up from the bed, but yeah, I can murder.
I feel
I mean, when we're in no rush. If people want to recuperate and then murder the next
Not the
time.
law.
You've
And
gotten me up now, so let's murder.
Let's murder! Hey.
Murder! You've only brought this on yourself.
Okay, roll murder dice.
Because then we can long rest after murdering these fools, I think.
No, we have to go get the shuffling. We have to do the shuffle room. So we might have to murder and shuffle room.
Okay. That's a 16 for Tannis.
Or do we get like a sneak?
Yeah.
Surprise round?
You'll
Cool.
get a surprise round.
That's 16 plus 4 for 20.
I got 6 plus 8 for 14.
I had a 15. Murder.
There's one thing Fix can do, it's initiate.
They initiate murder.
15
Can you give me
for
the quick
Lenore.
description again, Rob? It was kind of skeletal beings with insect wings, is that about right?
Yeah, and sharp ass claws.
We're in 21 2018? 218?
213, that is.
Oh, well, you're right.
it
It
looks-
is a 30.
Unfortunately, we're in 2020, see. It's not first in 2018.
Skeleton wing demons is what I'm writing down right now in my notes.
Honestly, if they
Because of wing demons.
Wingdings. The
Wing-
fuck?
Wing demons and egg logs.
Okay.
I'm
Surprise round. You see them like stalking among the cages and chains, on chains, bones. Looking rather nasty.
But they are on the floor, yes?
They are.
Fine. Alright, any sorry, I was a little zoned out, but there's not any kind of innocence or anything like that. It's just
No.
demons in this space.
This
Okay.
room is filled with cages and a few bodies in the cages.
Okay.
But it's like a
Okay.
cage storage room.
Bones, skeletons.
Bones.
It's been a while. These aren't
Okay.
fresh.
It's been a while.
Okay. It's been a
Been a
that's,
while.
I remember the bullet cages. It's okay. Sorry. I was a little out of it.
It's okay. I'm a pew pew. As I do. Can I do more? Nope, it's still just 2.
Been a while.
I'll
That's
be
a
honest.
20 and a 14.
The 20 hits. I
Oh
gotta be
boy.
honest, I have no idea what that's a reference to. Whenever they say it.
Thanks.
Critical roll.
No,
I've been
but
saying it for forever.
when Critical
That's
Role say it, I don't know what it's a reference to.
It's a song
Oh, by
As
Sting.
a cool
by
little
a
thing in the bones.
band from like the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage was that, Liam?
7.
See?
He looks mildly inconvenienced.
That's fine. I'm here to mildly inconvenience.
Um,
And apparently so's Fitz.
Tanith.
Okay, how far away are the closest ones to me?
There's one, like 20 feet and one 40 feet. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
I'm gonna rush up at the one that's 20 feet away. They're skeletal, so I don't suppose they're undead, are they?
No.
Are you,
You
sure?
see, yeah, as you get close, you see, like, it's got this, like, wicked grinning skull-like face, and its tail is kind of, like, arched up, and you can see the vertebrae, like, creaking, and it's, like, there's this large kind of sting tail, atop, like, hanging above it, like a scorpion.
Okay, well, I still get Divine Strike because I'm a level 9 cleric, and that's a thing that happens. That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
That is 6 bludgeoning. No, 10 bludgeoning plus 4 radiant damage, if that matters.
Does not.
That
Alright.
is her go.
Spiritual
I think-
weapon?
if we're gonna shuffle after this, I want to save my spiritual weapon for the shuffling room.
You have like 7 spell slots, don't you? Okay. I mean, you can save it. It's just two. These things are described as demonic and nasty.
Yeah, okay. What
Oh,
the fuck?
nasty.
I'll spiritual weapon too. But that's bonus action. That's an 18 on the die. So that'll be 27 to hit.
Hits.
That will be 10 points of force damage.
Very nice. He looks slightly more inconvenienced, but still would describe as mildly.
Yeah. See, that's the bit that I worry about.
Okay.
Altogether, both of you have just done 30 damage to the thing, and it's mildly inconvenienced. Maybe
Yeah,
a little,
I was just worried
Just
about
one of them?
I was just worried about using up the last of my second level spell slots. 'Cause I'm gonna have to upcast it if I have to recast this again for shuffling.
Sure. But
Is there just the one, or is there more?
there's 2.
There's 2.
Thanks, Dan.
No problem.
Pew pew and smash smash. Going in my notes. That's my turn.
Okay.
Lenore.
I guess I'll go get the one that's not been attacked.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 40
And-
feet away.
Got an 18 and a 29 for my swords, and a 27 for my fists.
The 18 misses, but the others hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of as well. So that's 10 slashing damage from my sword, and 8 bludgeoning damage from my fists.
Okay.
Sword.
Do you have much key? Is it worth a stun?
Yeah. I'll spend a key point for Stunning Strike.
Oh, I love that. Dan, we are very lucky to have you because you're able to apply
Just,
that
I know everyone is really tired, so I'm trying to keep us
No.
alive in this fight.
I was just trying to be conservative with my spell slots because I wasn't as conservative with them earlier with all the guiding bolts I was throwing around.
Well, I forgot we had gotten a short rest, so I was trying to conserve, and then I scrolled down and see what I had. Yeah, so that is a con save.
20.
That is a success.
Dan, I'm gonna send you the stat block, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Is that cool?
Okay. Sleep
Yeah,
well.
No, so it seems to shrug off the effects and like it shrieks right in your face, and you can see there's like this kind of white skin pulled over it. Like It does have skin, but it is like so little skin it basically is just bone, and it's got this very like anemic sort of anorexic look to it. Aval, it is your turn.
I am going to activate Flame Tongue Rapier as a bonus action, and then I'm going to hot step it into the one in combat with Tanith.
Inspiration for the pun.
And then I'm going to stabby stab. I'll use inspiration on this attack just for fun. Oh boy, that got me the crit. That was a good time to use it.
Amazing scenes, fantastic scenes, absolutely amazing.
So that is 2d8. So 14. So 19 base stabby damage. Then I'm going to roll the fire. It does fire affect them?
Yeah.
That is 10 fire. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to roll 10d6 for the sneak attack.
Yes.
And the crits. 12. 14. So 26. And then another 4. That is another 14 for 40. And then one more dice. 2.
Crikey.
That is 52, 62, 70, 1 damage,
I concur.
I think.
I was sort of
Good.
counting his go. He looks far more than mildly inconvenienced. Some might even say very seriously hurt.
I really wanted you to say, some might say dead.
Damn, I wish he was dead, but he's not. Hopefully, though, Fitz can do something about that as it rolls back to your turn. And these things
Oh, boy.
screech in fury and pain. Lots of pain.
I'ma aim for the hole that Aval just made and pew pew. That do head. That's not great. That's unfortunate. 19 and a lot less than that. Well, not a lot less. A bit less. 9. Oh wait, no. Oh, I get plus 10 now. Never mind. 23 and 19.
Both hit. Just.
I forgot I now get plus 10 to my Eldritch Blast. That is 12 damage on one and 9 damage on the other.
Very nice. This thing looks very near death, like stumbling about, bones kind of falling. Aside from it, the first one that you've all been striking at is going to take 3 attacks, 2 claws on Tanith and a sting on Lenore. So the claws on
That's
Tanith.
what it thinks.
There's a 17 to hit
Miss,
and a 27 to hit.
that will hit.
You take 7 slashing, and the sting goes for Aval.
Pussy.
It's Eleanor.
Sorry. All 3 attacks of the other one are going for Lenore.
Yeah, I meant the
Oh.
other one technically.
21 to hit
Yeah.
you, Aval.
Oh. It's.
Can I have a con save, please?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
No.
No. My con save is 14.
That's the DC, you son of a bitch. You take 14 piercing. You do still take the poison damage, though. You just don't become poisoned.
Okay.
9, 10,
I'm going to
11.
dodge. Dodge.
Yeah.
As a reaction, dodge.
Uncannily
Half it. Yeah.
evade it.
You take 15 poison. 14 piercing, 15 poison, 29 all up. Have to 14.
Yes. I've halved each source separately,
Okay.
but it's the same. Uh,
Then the
Oh.
other one, Lenore.
Mhm.
That's a natural 20 on the first claw.
Oh, bugger.
It's an 18 on the second claw, and
It's a
a
miss.
probably not enough to hit you with a 22 on the sting.
Nope, that is a miss.
You dick.
You really miss
You can have
Abrashmina
14,
on Sundays sometimes.
14 slashing from the crit.
Okay.
I shouldn't have written the. I shouldn't have done the murder joke because I'm really struggling to work out everyone's names. T murder. That's Tanith. You go.
I thought Fitz was before me.
Yeah, Fitz went.
I
It's
did,
already
I
gone.
did a few.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to smash him with my mace, and then smash him with my spiritual dragon claw, because that's what I just decided that it was. The mace is will maybe miss with 16.
Miss.
Yeah, that misses. Okay.
18 misses. They're tough.
Yeah. I got an 18 on the die for the spiritual dragon claw though. For a
Hit.
+5, yes, for
23.
no, 18 on the die. The damage is 7 + 5, which
Oh.
is
The hit was a 23.
12. The hit
Yeah.
was a 27.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. This thing is only just still alive. Its like body is crumbling before you.
I'm upset that I missed with my mace.
Yeah, that would have killed it easily. Lenore.
Oh, now.
All right.
The one in front of
So-
you is barely touched.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for reminding me.
No worries.
So I got a 20 and a 28 with my sword,
Both hit.
and then a 26 with the punch.
Hits.
All right, let's do swords first.
Swords.
Slashy.
22 damage
Nice.
from the swords,
Noise.
and come on, brain math. 8 damage for the punch and stunning strike.
It's a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Okay. That's my go.
A murder. That's Aval.
Looking to Fitz, does it look like Fitz has the demon and could finish him off, and I could apply my
Yes.
damage elsewhere?
The demon is like stumbling to its knees, like crawling.
Okay.
Fitz looks somewhat competent.
Hoping to better put my resources in this fight rather than overkilling this dude, I am going to disengage as a bonus action, like maybe do like a little spin from one combat into the other combat, and then stab the new guy in the back.
That's cool.
I like that. That's fun. That's cute.
You have my respect.
Stab! 21 to stab. Presumably hit with stab.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, max 8 on the dice. Plus mod 13. Plus fire is another 10, so that's 23. Plus Schnurk. That's not bad. Plus another 7 for 20. 43
Jeez.
stabbing damage. Stab.
Yeah, this thing looks significantly inconvenienced. It's missed its train. It's missed its train.
And that's hella of annoying nowadays, now that the train system has gone to shit, as one says.
It is awful. But trains are a long forgotten memory right now. Leaving the house is a long forgotten memory.
It's me now, correct?
okay.
Dan, you get to leave the house every weekend through the originality of my storytelling.
Amazing.
No,
Thanks, Rob.
no worries, buddy.
Yeah, this is the place you take him to.
Yeah. So anyway, let's continue with this immersive,
It's me, correct?
futuristic. It's got 7 hit points left.
Okay, I rolled. It's an 18 hits, yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
You have more than one hit, though.
No, I know. I was if an 18 hit, then the next one hit. But I'm assuming a 26 will hit.
It does.
Okay, good.
Thankfully. Let me just remove the somewhat competent line from.
I rolled 9, so I killed it because you said it had 7 hit points.
Describe how it dies. Liam.
The flame hole that Ava left still burns in the. Where did you stab it? In the side or the?
Flame hole.
Oh, I think it was facing Tanith because it was hitting her. Although it did tail me, so yeah, I probably stabbed it in the
Yeah.
back or like the kidney or
Back.
something.
Liam, inspiration for using the term flame hole.
Yeah, I'm
Janet
thinking that.
Flamehole.
The new
Fire in the hole.
of the New Hampshire
Oh
flame
man, that would have been funny. Fitz aims his pew pew into the flame hole, shoots it. It goes straight through into the core of this creature.
I hope Maddie's not listening.
Explode. I'm back home. Maddie doesn't explode. That'd be horrible. The thing explodes in a
Oh,
pink and
no.
purple glittery explosion.
Flame hole.
A re-engaged C, it seems.
You've killed her.
Re-engaged.
Alright.
You
The
made it
remaining
Pink and purple
devil
glittery explosion.
is going to
You
roll
made the
a
hit,
7 to
Chubba.
hit, a miss, a dirty 20, and a natural 3. Okay, it misses all its attacks on Lenore and stumbles backwards in fear
Towards Tanith,
towards Tanith.
who's gonna swing with her mace. That is, sorry, I keep having to flip back and forth to see because the Lightbringers are different than her spells. 25 to hit.
Hits.
Just
That
barely.
is 5 bludgeoning, 8 radiant. Is it still up?
Yeah.
Bonus action spiritual weapon with the dragon claw. That's gonna miss with a natural 1. Womp womp. It rolled out of my dice tray, but I'm still counting because it was very readable. So
Good.
Spiritual Dragon Claw sounds like a Digimon move.
Digital monsters. Lenore, it's your go. This one looks to be on maybe not quite its last legs, but not far off.
Well, it's not going to be mine because that's an 18, a natural 1, and a 15.
They all miss. I'm afraid it's kind of stumbling back and it's like flailing claws and stuff. You just can't quite get close enough to land a good hit on it.
I like the idea that you punch and every time it just goes like through a rib into rather than into a rib, and you're just like, damn it.
Glancing below, nothing.
It's like trying
Seems
to
to
kill
connect.
Jim Carrey in The Mask. Aval.
Stab.
Make another flame hole.
Damn.
All about that flame hole. I got a 19. Does that do it for you?
Yeah, that is the AC.
Oh, that is the AC. Thank goodness. Oh, that was not good damage. 8 plus 8 plus Schnurk. Schnurk, 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 Schnurk. 13,
damage
18,
every time it
19.
dances,
That was not so great on the damage.
Snurk, 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 snurk.
That's in a couple of weeks.
16 plus 19, 20, 35? Something like that.
Yeah, 35. That's a 2, 35. There we go. Oh my god, it has 3 hit points remaining.
Oh
Fitz.
well.
You
There is another flame hole.
Fitz. It's your go, buddy. Don't
Oh,
don't
wow.
do a Liam. You only have 3 hit points. You could do it. I believe in you. Let us go to bed.
I'm gonna use the no, I'm not gonna. Oh, I really want to use the inspiration for flame hole, but it's only 3. And then the lowest I can need to roll is a 9. I rolled a 9 and a 14. Just for overkill reasons, I'm gonna roll my damage and see what we get. I also hit with the other one as well.
And then use that to inform your
7.
role playing as you describe how you kill it.
As I turn after watching the pink and glittery explosion of this creature that I haven't named yet, I turn and see my allies fighting this other thing. It doesn't seem to be doing terribly well, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have a clear shot. And then Aval jabs it in the back, pulls it out. There's a flame hole. Put both my hands, have my finger guns, put them together, close aim, pew! 2 eldritch blasts of pink energy fly into the flame hole. Even larger pink and purple glitter explosion.
Oh shit. I
It's
love
a sight to
Liam.
behold.
That's anime as fuck.
It's anime as fuck.
That is where we'll end this evening's proceedings.